Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 34-week pregnancy update. It has been a wild ride and today I am currently 34 weeks and 2 days. So I'm very excited to get into this week with you guys because not much has changed from last week, but we're getting to the end, so things do change. So I'm not even gonna do a long intro. If you guys haven't watched my previous videos in the past, then I will have them linked all down below in the description box. But without further ado, we're just gonna get into this week. So we're gonna start off with the baby, of course. I am using the Pregnancy Plus app, and according to the app, he is currently about 18 inches in length and weighs about 5.25 pounds. I have a little 5-pounder inside of me, probably. He's doing great. I had an appointment last week at around 33 weeks and 5 days-ish. And they measured him, they measured my fundal height, everything is looking perfect. He is definitely a super active baby. She was trying to, use the measuring tape on my stomach and he was just not having it. He kept kicking her and she was like, oh my gosh, she's so happy. Like, let's do, the Doppler and see what his heart rate is. And he was like, I think his heart rate was 152. So he was like super happy. But yeah, that's always good to hear. It's always nice to hear how, how he is. And, obviously they have to see a lot of pregnant people and babies through their jobs, so it was nice to hear that everything is going perfectly and that they have no concerns. You can definitely tell baby's getting bigger. You can't touch my stomach without touching him. There's literally no space, and we're at the point now where I think a couple weeks ago my amniotic fluid maxed out, so there's more baby than fluid. And you can tell, like, if I'm just touching my stomach right now and I just touch him, like, it doesn't necessarily feel like my own belly, if that makes sense. And I know it sounds crazy because yes, it is my body, but I don't know, like, sometimes my brain dissociates my belly as a part of me because it's just his space. It's just him right now in there, and all I'm doing it is really protecting it and carrying it. It doesn't really feel like my actual stomach, but he does like to remind me when he kicks my ribs. He honestly, I don't think he really is going to want to be in there for much longer because it's actually ridiculous like how much strength and frustration I feel like he has to have because he's just always hitting something. I feel him on all 4 sides of me. Like, there's not very many moments where it's just him on one side. He does that when he's like moving around and pushing for space, and I like, see him kind of like swarm his butt like to the other side of my stomach, and then he moves it back and then he pushes it out and he's just like, what the, like, I need space. So it's definitely funny to watch, and I know that's gonna be one of the things that I'm gonna miss out of pregnancy because he is so active these days and I honestly couldn't be happier. Let's talk about symptoms. So my symptoms recently, nothing has changed. If you're looking for a tailbone update, I have nothing to update you on. It hasn't gotten any better. We're almost 3 weeks into it. In 2 days it'll be 3 weeks since my tailbone injury, and at the appointment it was right after 2 weeks, and I asked the doctor and I was like, hey, like, it's been half a month, like, are we looking for like anything? Are there any like possibilities or time frame for how long this is gonna last, because it still does hurt. If I'm sitting in a position for too long, it gets very painful, and I think my body has just started subconsciously recognizing like to not put myself in certain positions. I asked my doctor and she was like, yeah, no, you're probably gonna have that until after birth. Hopefully it leaves you after birth, but she said with the continuous weight gain and pressure on my pelvis, I highly doubt that you're gonna heal before you give birth. Obviously there's always a chance that after birth it might stay, which I would hate, because then, I'm at risk for making a more serious injury. especially with a newborn. Like, that would just suck. But she was basically just saying that I'm, you know, with the weight gain and with him gaining weight and getting heavier and pushing on my pelvic bone, the likeliness of him lifting up and just relieving it and, you know, relieving it for days to allow for it to heal is not gonna happen. So yeah, there's the update on that. I'm still desperately tired. I can't sleep through the night at all anymore. There's no solid stretch of sleep anymore. I might get 2 or 3 hours sometimes of like consistent sleep, but I definitely wake up multiple times a night now, over 5-6 times a night. But yeah, there's like no consistent stretch of sleep. I can get sleep at like 2-3 p.m. Like, that's the only time that my body allows me to nap and to chill out, and I guess that's when his natural sleep cycle is just like, okay, like, I'm tired, like, let's go to sleep. It's not even that he's necessarily super active during the night, it's just that I'm so big and uncomfortable at this point that like I need to wake up to consciously move and turn to the other side. I have to like physically wake up and like do this whole turning motion and like flipping over and then getting re-comfortable and realigning my pregnancy pillow and my actual head pillow. Yeah, that's been fun. I try to take as many naps, as many midday naps as I possibly can throughout the week, but honestly they make me feel so icky. Like, I hate waking up from them. There's only been like maybe twice that I've actually woken up from them and been like, wow, I really needed that, and then I'm like refreshed and, you know, ready to go. Usually I kind of wake up from them and I'm like, I could stay asleep. Like, I wish I could stay asleep. Something else that has been a symptom of mine is that I cannot stop snacking. I'm officially always hungry. Like, I never feel not hungry. And I know, I think around 32 weeks I said like I'm always hungry, but then like I feel full and I'm like feeling like I didn't really have to eat that. I'm at the point now where like it feels like if I don't eat I'm going to pass out, and then once I'm done eating I have maybe 10 to 45 minutes, anywhere in that gap. I have like 10 to 45 minutes until I'm hungry again, and like I feel so fulfilled from every single meal. My lifesaver recently have been these Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. I love those chocolate chip cookies in high school. They were like my go-to lunch snack, like from the vending machines at my high school. And we recently went over to Xavier's Nana's house, and I was just like staring into the abyss of her kitchen, and I noticed that she has this big grocery bag of these cookies, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, can I please have a bag? Like, I was like, I would love to have this. She was like, oh, go ahead and take some. So I like maybe like grabbed like 3, and she asked Xavier if he wanted some, so I grabbed another 3 for him, so we had 6, which was already more than enough. And then she was like, no, take more, and I was like, if I take any more I'm taking the entire bag. And she was like, okay, and she just like handed me the bag, like tossed it on the table, and long and behold I ended up with like 25 bags of these cookies, and they're actually quite filling and they taste good. They're keeping me going, so I've definitely started carrying these in my purse. I have 2 bags next to my bedside at all times. If I eat 2 I put 2 back, if I eat 1 I put 1 back. I always have 2 next to my bedside. So those have been great, but other than that I'm really just drinking a lot of water, keeping myself hydrated, because I know sometimes your body is really just dehydrated and you need water. Like, you don't necessarily always need to eat, but right now I'm at this stage where it's just like constant starvation. I guess the last like pregnancy symptom has just been me feeling overly heavy. I feel heavier at this point, and like before I knew I was getting heavier, and it never, I mean, I was gaining weight, but it never like really like felt super heavy. I never felt super heavy. I never really thought that my stomach was super heavy, but recently the pregnancy waddle is like a real thing. Like I always thought it was like a show that pregnant women were putting on. Like I didn't think, like I thought, oh, you can probably walk straight, like that's probably just more comfortable, you can walk straight. No, it's real. Like you can't do anything about it. Like off of the pregnancy waddle, my back is in so much pain. I genuinely can't feel, like I don't think I have felt any back relief in weeks, if not months, if I'm being genuinely honest. Like Xavier will give me like back massages and stuff like that. It doesn't really help because I'll get up and then my weight's right back on it, and I'm like, oh well, this is great. That was a great 10 minutes of massaging, but it doesn't really feel like, you know, anything much. But I have a solution for that, which I'll get into now with going into just my personal life. So I have finally have a prenatal massage booked in 3 days, and I'm so excited. We'll see how that goes. I'm really excited. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep going into Wednesday. Like I need this massage so much. I feel like a 6-year-old. I feel like a 6-year-old who's had 10 kids. Let's put it like that. Like my body is just not used to this, and I'm still young, so I guess that's why my body is just like freaking out right now, because it's just like whoa. Where is this weight coming from? I haven't weighed this much. I think I weigh now more than what I did freshman year of high school. Freshman year of high school, I was the heaviest I had ever been. And I'm more than sure I weigh more now. So this is the most weight my body's ever had on it before. I can't wait to see how it actually helps, and if it does actually help in any way, because if it does, maybe, you know, for future pregnancies I will, you know, purchase like a packet of massages so that I can always, you know, like I'll book them out in advance, because I really think that I should have done that. So if you are not as far along as me, take the opportunity right now and go get yourself either like a bundle package or just book a bunch of appointments in advance. You don't have to pay for them in advance unless you want to, which is actually a really smart idea. If you have the money, you might as well do that because you're gonna thank yourself for it. But book a bunch of appointments in advance, months in advance, for every single month. That way you get your massage, because I really wish I would have invested in my body and took care of body aches more. I'm glad that I'm now taking care of it at 34 weeks. I definitely think I could have avoided a lot of injuries and pains if I would have just invested in it beforehand and had it ready for me. Other than that, with my personal life, everything's going fine. Honestly, just been chilling. I've been chilling at home, making sure I get these YouTube videos out for you guys. Cleaning. I'm still nesting, which is crazy because you would think I have nothing to nest anymore, but like it feels like literally every single day some mess happens somewhere, so I have to nest and do it all over again. So this is the bump from the front with clothes on and side with clothes on. This is the bump with clothes off from the front. The line is definitely getting darker, which I don't mind. I actually kind of find it cute. That was like the one thing I was scared of. From the other side. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and if you have any more video ideas, I really take notes on what you guys say, so comment them down below so I know what to do, because I only have a month left, so I kind of need to know what the hell you want. With that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you guys are feeling at 34 weeks or around that. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.